Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Merrimack High School's 2025 Boys Varsity Football Night. Thank you all for coming and helping us celebrate these fine young men who have given so much of themselves for the love of football to Merrimack High School. Now we would like to introduce the Merrimack High School class of 2025 varsity football players, starting off with Evan Brewster. Evan is joined on the field tonight with his parents, Amanda and Josh, and his sister, Charlotte. Next, we have Elijah Collier. Elijah is joined by his parents, Melissa and Kevin, and sister, Addison. Next up, we have Brady Krieger. Brady's joined on the field with his parents, Kerry and Pete, and brother Mason. Next, we have Antonio Di Pietrantonio. Antonio is joined by his parents, Lisa and Antonio, sister Alessa, sister in spirit, Dana, grandmother, Elaine. Next up, we have Nicola Frankie. Nicole is joined by parents Kathy and Jose, sister Samantha, and grandmother Nana. Next up, we have Lucas Goldberg. Lucas is joined by parents Janie and Eric, and siblings T and Joey. Next, we have Riley Grady. Riley is joined by parents Tabitha and Kevin. Next up, we have Logan Ledoux. Logan's joined by parents Ken and Christina and his girlfriend Elena. Next up, we have Bo Lamontagne. Bo is joined by his parents Lynn and Jay and sister Sydney. Next up, we have Christian Lighty. Christian's joined by his parents Jack and George and siblings CJ and Cameron and Carly. Next up, we have Liam McKasick. Liam's joined by his parents Suzanne and Tim and siblings Patrick, Connor, Charlotte, and Emily. Next up, Ethan Martin. Ethan is joined by parents Gabby and Matt and his sister Sarah. Next up, Aiden McCord. Aiden is joined by his mother Kerry and sisters Hannah and Alyssa. Next, we have Ethan Motel. Ethan is joined by his parents Jen and Nate, his brother Noah, and his grandfather Jim, and Jim's special friend Jane. Next, we have Sahil Mujawa. Sahil is joined by his parents Aman, Minaz, and sister Sabia. Next, we have Joshua Ozag. Joshua is joined by his mom, Stephanie, his dad, Michael, brother, Mitchell, grandparents, Ellery and Roseanne, Aunt Lindsay, cousins, Vivian and Ava. Next up, Christian Page. Christian's joined by Debbie and Joe and brothers David and Kevin. Next up, we have Nathan Sadia and Jojo Sadia. Nathan and Jojo are joined on the field by Coach Kip Jackson. Next, we have Colby Smith. Colby is being joined by parents Robin and Sean and his brother Aiden. And finally, our last senior tonight is Tyler White. Tyler is joined by his parents Jen and Hal and brother Xander. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for your 2025 seniors. Next up, we're going to be introducing your band seniors, starting off with Basil Boulet. Basil's joined by Mom Michelle and Dad Joe. We're going to pause a minute while we wrap up photography on the field. Okay, our next band senior is going to be Kiva Boyle-Latsko. Kiva is joined by mom Bridget and friend Casey. Next up, we have Sarisha Boyle-Latsko. Sarisha is joined by her dad, Alex. Next up, Olivia Karima. Olivia is joined by her mom, Andrea, dad, Jay, sisters, Alexis, aunt, Lisa, and uncle, Dave. Next up is Ari Kauser and Paxton Sorensen. Ari and Paxton are joined by mom Yvette and dad Jonathan. Next up is Dan Cruz Schuyler. Dan is joined by his mom, Jeanne, dad Bryce, sister Carolyn, and brother Grayson. Next we have Maria DeMio. Maria is joined by mom Michelle and dad Paul. Next up, we have Sean Evidente. Sean is joined by mom Maria, dad Rick, sister Andrea, brother-in-law Justin. Next up is Amelia Gregory. Amelia is joined by her mom Inger, dad Robert, and sister Kaylee. Next up, we have Jamie Halverson. Jamie is joined by her mom, Naomi, dad, Jason, and sister, Valerie. Next, we have Julia Hudson. Julia is joined by her mom, Lori, dad, Michael, and sister, Olivia. Next up, Erin Murray. Erin's joined by her mom, Lindsay, dad, Matthew, and brother, Liam and Rainier. Next up, Ben Pittman. Ben is joined by his mom, Kelly, Dave, dad, Jamie, brother, Eli, sister, Maggie, and grandmother, Elaine. Next up, we have Shelby Pennington. Shelby is accompanied by her mom, Tiffany. Next, we have Tristan Plum. Tristan joined by his mom, Christy, dad, Brian, and brother, Colin. Next, we have Owen Sabins. Owen's joined by his mom, Andrea, dad, Scott, and sister, Alexis. Next, we have Dave Schaumer. Dave is joined by his mom, Sushma, and his dad, Besh. Next, we have Christina Smart. Christine is joined by her mom, Kim, sister Juliana, and grandmother Diane. And finally, we have Nina Thompson. Nina is joined by her mom, Olga, her dad, Tom, her sister, Sophia, brother, William, and grandmother, Nina. And let's have a big round of applause for the class of 2025 senior band members. And finally, we're going to roll into your senior cheer, starting with Beto Chabano. Walking with Beto is her mom, Corey. And our final senior varsity cheer is Anna Rand. Anna is walking with her mom, Shannon, dad, David, sister, Emma, and cousin, Jordan. And one final applause for our varsity senior cheer. That concludes our senior night activities. I'd like to give a quick shout out for photos by Gretchen. Photos been with us for many years, taking pictures of many of our sporting teams and senior pictures. She's out there helping out tonight. Thank you, Gretchen.
Francis. Yeah, my son's 66 who plays. Watching in Oklahoma. Oklahoma, 100%. And my in-laws are Bob and Linda Curtis in Florida, and they'll be watching too.
Cheering on grandson.
Number 66, Parker Francis.
Hello and welcome to Merrimack High School for today's contest between the Tomahawks and the Jaguars of Windham. The NHIAA and its member schools, thank you for coming to support your team today. High school sports are an extension of the classroom learning experience. The student athletes in front of you have worked hard in the classrooms and practiced to be able to play here tonight. As we encourage them to demonstrate good sportsmanship, we would also like to ask that you, our fans, help us make this event a meaningful one for our athletes by showing respect to your team, the opposing team, the coaches, and the officials. We thank you in advance for the positive sportsmanship that you will display. Please be reminded that for the safety of the players, coaches, and officials, all spectators are not permitted on the field before, during, or after the game. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Tonight's referee is Michael Barbarian, umpire Dave Prue, heads lineman is Harry Henson, line judge Greg Surratt, back judge Jeremy Kalu. At this time, I would ask you all to please rise, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's broadcast of the Merrimack Tomahawks versus the Windham Jaguars coming into town for Friday Night Lights football. My name is Justin Slez. I am the Assistant Media Services Coordinator for Merrimack TV. We're running some replays for you tonight. I'm joined in studio by Andy Berkeley, who will be calling the game. Fortunately, Rob DeFelice won't be joining us this week, but we will look forward to seeing him next Friday. Down on the field, we have Nicholas LaValle, who is the Media Services Coordinator for Merrimack TV. He will be running the camera tonight, so thank you to Nick. And also thank you to Grace LeMay, our media assistant, who got some footage before the game during senior night. So we'll be rolling some of those clips at halftime, so stay tuned for that. Whether you're watching on Comcast Channel 8, HD 1072 on MerrimackTV.com or on the Merrimack TV app, we are so glad to have you. If you want to get a shout out tonight, you want to give a shout out to a player, let us know who you are, where you're watching from, how you're watching, who you're shouting out. Whether you're a Merrimack Tomahawks fan, whether you're a Windham Jaguars fan, we'd love to hear from you. Head on over to our Facebook page at Merrimack TV. On a desktop, that would be Merrimack at facebook.com/Merrimack TV. Leave a comment under the post about tonight's game, and we will get at you at some point during the game tonight. So with that, I believe I'm going to turn it over to Andy Berkeley in the studio. Andy, how are we doing tonight?
We're doing fantastic, Justin. Thanks for once again for having me, and welcome to our fans out there that are watching this broadcast. Looking forward to a great game tonight. We've got our Tomahawks coming in with a 2-2 record, and coming off a heartbreaking loss last week to the Bedford Bulldogs that are just.
Heard that was a hard one.
That they are just a powerhouse football team, just clipping on all cylinders. And then we're welcoming in the Windham Jaguars, coming in also with a 2-2 record, slightly ahead of the Tomahawks in the overall standings in Division I football in the NHIA in New Hampshire. This should be a fantastic game. Both these teams trying to establish themselves as they head down to the second half of the season. Looking forward to the playoffs that are just on the horizon. As if most of you don't know how it works in New Hampshire for Division I, for most of the football in the state, the top 13 teams will make the playoffs. The team that's seeded number 1 will get a bye, and then the rest of the teams will slug it out to see who moves on. As it stands right now, we've got Windham, Merrimack, Bishop Girton, and Keene all with 2-2 records, all fighting for those lower seeded spots. So tonight's contest and the rest of the season, very paramount, very important and significant for both these programs. So the Jaguars won the toss, and they opted to defer. So they'll be kicking off to the Tomahawks. And buckle up, folks. I expect the Tomahawks to come out swinging, and we'll see what we get on any given Friday night.
Absolutely, Andy. I'm looking forward to this one. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're getting ready to head right into kickoff here.
Looks like Shea Egan on the return. And he's gobbled up right around the 22, 23-yard line.
Not making too much headway on there.
No, he had a return of probably about 10, 11 yards on that.
Stopped by McGrail. Sets the ball up on the 23-yard. First and 10.
We'll see if the Tomahawks can establish their offense early tonight. Sahil in the shotgun. Looking for a pass out to the flat. Shea Egan on the reception. Oh, big hit there by Ryan Doherty. That was a nice stop.
Pass to Egan, taken down by Doherty.
Not after Egan picked up almost 10 yards. Looks like it'll be second and
5-yard gain.
Oh, sorry, it was a 5-yard gain on the Tomahawk 27. Dine in motion, gets the handoff, tries to cut the edge. Picked up about 2 on that play, brought down by Robert Hamway.
Taken down by Hamway. Couple-yard gain, be third and about 3.
Looks like third and a long 2 for the Tomahawks. Dine able to pick up a couple. Sahil still operating out of the shotgun. On the keeper, up the middle, and gobbled up. That was a nice stop. Again, oh no, that was Noah Laspina, excuse me. And I do apologize, folks, if I do miss up anybody's names. if you're a Windham Jaguars fan and you happen to be tuning into the broadcast and I mispronounce a name, hey, give us a shout out. Love to be able to get it right.
Yeah, some phonetic spelling under the post about tonight's game would be super helpful. We'd love to hear from you. So head over to facebook.com/Merrimack TV.
Looking like Josh Ozog was the intended receiver on that.
Ozog, incomplete.
So he was able to pick up the first down yardage, so it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Tomahawks. Line of scrimmage, about the 34-yard line. Tomahawks looking like they're getting away from their typical identity where they're a run-first offense. And, of course, I say that in Ozog. Nice tackle on the flat by Reed Lambert.
Taken down by Duncan. Picked up a couple yards.
Lambert with a nice tackle on the outside there. Not after Ozog picked up about 4. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Tomahawks. Sahil drops, passes out on the flat to Ozog again. Oh, and he's going to get close to the first down.
Ozog's on the catch.
That is a mighty close one.
Oh, it looks like they're going to give them the first down. Ozog able to stretch. What a beautiful play by that young man.
First down.
New set of chains for the Tomahawks as they're getting close to midfield. Ball just inside the 45. So Hill looks to pass out on the flat. Dine. Nice block by Ozog. And the ball comes out. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. No. Oh, my goodness. Reed Lambert able to come up with the football on that fumble by Dine after the reception, trying to get some yards after the carry, and someone made some great contact.
First and 10 for Windham.
Oh, and Windham taking over. Tomahawks again hampered by an early turnover, which has kind of been synonymous with what they've done all year long, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. It looked like they were
and
just
the
marching
ball
it
comes
down the
out.
field.
I'm sorry, Justin.
No, you're good. You're good, Andy.
You were saying? I'm sorry.
It just looked like they were going to march right down the field, so a really lucky fumble there for Windham before Merrimack can kind of establish any momentum here. It looks like they were just going to march it right on down.
And Katrobis' handoff definitely was a little messy there and cost the Jaguars a couple of yards. And we get an inside carry. Hayden Tedesco able to pick up about 3. Be 3rd and a long 8, possibly 9 for the Jags. See what they can do.
Tedesco on the carry, taken down by Sadia and company.
Kudrobis operating out of the gun. Looking to keep. Possible. Nope. He's going to hold on to it. Try to get the corner. Oh, just missed a tackle by Dine. And he's able to continue to spin through. My goodness, before he's met by Egan and company. How did he get through some of that? My goodness.
Aldridge on the carry.
Looked like Egan and Page combined to finally bring Gutrobis down. And he was able to pick up the first down. First down Jags on the Tomahawks 37-yard line. Gutrobis inside handoff to Tedesco. He's able to weave his way up to about the 31. Gain of 5.
Carry stopped by DiMaggio.
DiMaggio on the tackle. 2nd and 5 Jags.
Second and 5.
Inside handoff.
And finding a hole right up the middle there.
Vitri on the stop there. That was Tedesco again. able to pick up a new set of
Tedesco
downs for
carry,
the
stopped by Page
Jags
for another
again.
Windham first down.
Windham able to move the ball up the middle. Seems like their O-line's getting some good penetration, setting up some good holes. And Tedesco able to just find that gap. Inside handoff to Tedesco again. Oh, he is gobbled up. Met at the line of scrimmage by a sea of blue jerseys.
Tomahawks ready for it that time.
Absolutely. Loss of
And
about a
that's the stop
yard
by
on the
Grady.
play. Bring up 2nd and 11.
Like no
Jaguars
gain.
just outside the
2nd and 10.
Tomahawk red zone. Petrobus on the keeper. Able to find a seam. Oh, and gets gobbled up. Tackled by Stevens and company. Oh, and Ozod just missed him on the outside. As Kutrobis able to just turn on the jets and
Kutrobis
cut
not
back
by
inside. Looks like he picked up about 4 on that play.
It's like 3rd and 2.
It was 3, so it'll be 3rd and 2. Inside the red zone, about the 18-yard line. Kutrobis on the keeper. And he pitches. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that.
Wow.
Touchdown, Jaguars. I was expecting that based on the set that they were running. You saw them just set that up so well.
Burnley. Touchdown, Windham.
And Chris Brierley on the pitch and carry, able to just beat feet around the edge. Nobody home for the Tomahawks on the outside, and the Jaguars take an early 6-0 lead. And it looks like Brady Clemente is going to be on for the extra point. Hold by Murphy, good. And the kick is good.
Kick by Clemente is good.
And the Jaguars take an early 7-0 lead over the Tomahawks. Once again, early turnovers seem to plague the Tomahawks.
We're gonna have one more look at this. This is a fun play from the old bag of tricks here. So looks like he's keeping it, and then just dishes it out, and off he goes.
And, you know, Justin, if we looked at some of the other plays based on the set that Windham is running, they, you know, when Kutrobis has been running out on the flat on some of those keepers, he has the option. The running back is still on the outside, and Kutrobis has the option, again, kind of like how Sahil does. Jack has been able to either he's going to pitch it or he's going to hold on to it, depending on what the defense gives him on the outside. Whether he's got that lane to cut back inside, or he's going to pitch it because that outside lane's open and there's some containment coming at him. And again, great job by the Jaguars to take what they were given by the Tomahawk defense and capitalize on it.
Yes.
And we've got the Jaguars up 7-0 early, and we'll see what the Tomahawks can do on their second possession here. Egan starting from back around the 7. Gets gobbled up. No, the ball was whistled dead. He was whistled dead. Even though it came out.
Looks like Egan on the return.
Forward progress had already stopped. The
Durkin.
referee and the umpires had already whistled the play dead. So the Tomahawks will start looking at right around their 17-yard line.
Yeah, and the Tomahawks are going to have a long way to make it down the field, but based on that first drive, I mean, they should feel pretty good outside of that one mistake. They had some good plays to rely on, and it was getting them up the field. So we'll see what they pull out here for the second drive.
And we have a penalty. I saw the flag late. It was a hold on the kick return.
Looks like penalty goes against Merrimack.
Assessed the
Holding,
Tomahawks.
back the ball up
Assessed
to
against the Tomahawks.
about
So that'll move
9-yard
them
line.
back. And they'll start from their 9-yard line. Ooh, boy. A lot of field to cover. But you're right, Justin. If the Tomahawks can maintain what they were doing on their first drive, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Sahil, and he's got a man wide open downfield. Oh, connects to Egan.
Wow.
Egan cuts back, and he might one man to beat. Oh, and a nice open field tackle by Jake McCulloch.
Big return by Egan.
And Egan with a huge return. I mean,
Mahalik.
just catch and run after. Wow.
All right,
This
Andy,
could
we're
be a
gonna have a
game
look.
changer.
We're gonna have a look at this one more time. Well, let's see what they. We'll check that one out in just a minute.
Sahil on the keeper.
And
Able
I
to
wanna
pick up
see
a
this
couple on
previous
that
play
play.
one more time, Andy.
Oh,
By
this was-
Lapina. Couple yard gain.
Oh,
for
I got you.
Matt.
I got you.
You got me.
I got you going here. Sorry,
Nice. I'm the replay.
you're the replay
I'm
now,
the
Andy.
replay. No, that was a great play. Sahil was able to come out on that last
Right.
play and had the flat open, and he had the option to run. Saw the linebacker was almost playing the spy coming down, and Sahil just saw that Shea was able to get out there. Dine getting another shot on a pitch and carry. Not before he's met by.
All right,
Looks like
here we
Cameron
go. One
Williams
more
is
time,
down
Andy.
by-
Oh, here we go.
Let's see him air this one out one more
Oh.
time.
Sahil Hill comes out. He's got some.
Wow.
Yeah, he was wide open and had a great opportunity to just plant and make that pass to Egan. Unfortunately, Shea was not moving. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Tomahawks. Just under 4 minutes left in the first quarter. So he'll back to pass. Quick drop. Oh, looks like there was a little bit of
Ball tender to Egan.
miscommunication there.
Yes.
Egan was running a little bit of a wider out, or in, excuse me, instead of something that looked like it
It's like,
was meant to be a
4th down,
quicker
6
slant.
for
So it's going to be
Merrimack.
4th and 5 for the Tomahawks, just outside Windham's red zone. Ball spotted on the 22-yard line. Sahil in the gun with Rade behind him. And the pass is intercepted!
Oh, wow. And Andy, that's kind of the same play. So you can see he was expecting it, and he just kind of cuts him right off there. And
He
dips
totally
in and
did.
back goes-
Totally
go
read
the
that play. That
Jaguars.
was Michael Lisa with a
Ball tender to Egan.
beautiful
Interception by
interception.
Windham.
Just read the play. Again, pushing Egan to the outside. He takes the inside lane and is able to gobble up that Sahil Mujawar pass. And once again, Tomahawks getting plagued by
Windham will take
turnovers.
over on the 36-yard line, 1st and 10, Windham.
Kutrobis, handoff. Brearley, the ball carrier, able to pick up 3 on that play. Looks like Wyndham's using multiple backs, whether it's Brearley or
By Page.
Tedesco. Kutrobis out of the gun. A little bit of a confusion there. Flips the ball out. Brearley had nowhere to go. Tomahawks had some great outside
Short
containment
toss
on that
over to
play.
Petrobis.
yeah, it looks like they might have. Oh, maybe didn't gain any yards. I thought they might have lost a couple yards there,
Stop by
but
Grady.
it's like he places it right about the same spot.
So it's going to be 3rd and a long 10.
So 3rd and 10 for Windham.
That could have been disastrous for the Jaguars. It looked like Kutrobis almost handed the ball off and then held it at the last minute. And here we go in the opposite direction to Brearley. He picks up about 3, maybe 4.
Tomahawks read that one and shut it down pretty quickly.
Brearley on the carry, stopped by Stevens.
Stevens on the tackle. Looks like it's going to be 4th and 5.
It's like 4th and 5 for Windham.
And it looks like Murphy's going to come on possibly to punt this ball away.
Looks like they're checking their playbooks there.
Or they're going to do something a little bit different. Nope. Oh, Murphy's in as quarterback. Nope, it's a short snap. Murphy on the punt. Negan lets the ball go. I'm sorry, that was Doyle back there on the return, and opted to let the ball go, and the ball is down by Jackson Blanco. Tomahawks will get their third possession of the quarter.
Yes,
Down
and
7-0.
good on the Merrimack defense to get the ball back in the offense's hands here to see what they can do.
Absolutely. It looks like they've been making some adjustments along the way. Definitely with Kutrobis on those keepers going wide and having a possible pitch man. Tomahawks going with 3 wide. Pass off the flat to Ozog. Ozog able to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe pick up about a yard on that play.
Goes on the carry. No gain.
About a gain of a yard on that play, bring up 2nd and 9 for the Tomahawks. Looks like the Jaguars have been playing, their secondaries have been playing pretty well in terms of coverage. Tomahawks going with 4 wide again. Sahil looking for, and
Wow.
he gets Dine across the middle, sliding, making the catch. He was looking at Egan on the outside, and then Dine looked at his second read, and it was nice to see when an opponent puts his hand down to grab you, to lift you off the turf. That's I appreciate that. Good sportsmanship.
Great
on part of that
sportsmanship.
Jaguar defender. Tomahawks got a first down. Pitch to Dine. Gets to the outside. Able to weave his way up. Oh, we got a late flag on the field.
Dine in the carry.
Looks like Caden was able to pick up about 4, almost 5 yards on that play, but we got some laundry down. We'll see what we got for. And we've got a push in the back on the Tomahawks. That will negate that gain.
Oh my goodness, they just keep beating themselves up with these penalties, Andy.
That's been tough. You know, it looked like, last week, obviously, the Bulldogs totally ran that game. It was a one-sided game. And then, 2 weeks ago when the Tomahawks played Keene, that was, again, one of those games where penalties were definitely a factor. Not as bad as early on, the Goffstown game. Tomahawks starting 1st and 15, inside handoff. Oh, no.
Wow, getting some room.
Sahil on the keeper, and wow, is Lee able to get some room? Caught from behind by Robert Durkin, and my goodness, I thought for sure that was a handoff. He fooled everybody on that play. Great play.
Make for another Merrimack.
First down.
First down.
It's my guy Gary Kaczynski in the booth at Stute Memorial Field. Now we have a handoff. DP Trantonio.
One on the carry, taken down by Durkin.
Antonio able to pick up about a long 3 on that play. A long 2, I should say. It looks like it's going to be 2nd and 7. And we've got a timeout on the field. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's the end of the first quarter already. I've been so enamored with what's been going on the field. Windham Jaguars 7, Tomahawks nothing. Tomahawks looking to try to get sustain a drive here. Both their first 2 drives, if you're just tuning in, first drive, they were marching down the field just outside of the Jaguars' red zone, and then we had a fumble. I'm sorry, no, that was the interception. That was the second drive. The first drive stalled about midfield when Dine on the fumble, and then we had Sahil with an interception. And so the Tomahawks have their third possession of the half. Jaguars were able to score on their second drive. believe that was Burley on that scoring drive on the pitch and carry. Tomahawks started their drive deep in their end of the field, right around the 9-yard line. Then they've been able to move the ball. Be 2nd and 7. Sahil out of the gun with 2 running backs back there with him. And he's not able to get away and is gobbled up in the backfield by Robert Durkin.
Laspina lost about 3 yards on that play.
Or was it Laspina? I'm not sure. It was either 51 or 53.
3rd and 12, Merrimack.
Bring up 3rd and 12. Loss of 4 on that, 5 on that play. CL out of the gun. 2 receivers to his left, or right, excuse me. Trying to get out on the flat, getting chased down. Passes out of bounds. Ozog, the intended receiver.
Ozog. Incomplete. Just a reminder, we got a 50-50 raffle going on tonight. Benefit Merrimack Cheer.
Bring up
We'll be
4th
drawing
and
the ticket
12
at
for the
beginning of
Tomahawks.
third period. Appreciate your support. Thank you.
Line of scrimmage, the Jaguars 41. DP Trantonio, the lone back in the backfield. Jaguars trying to bring some pressure. Sahil looking to pass out. Oh, nice grab. Egan. Oh, able to keep the toes in.
Caught by Egan. Makes for another Merrimack. First down.
Tomahawks able to move the chains on the sticks on that play. Nice job by Egan to know where he needed to be to get the first down and catch that ball in bounds. Great job there. Tomahawks moving the ball. Sahil out of the gun, Dine in motion. DP Trantonio up the middle. Able to break away. Finally brought down inside the red zone. Able to make 2 Jaguars. Oh my goodness.
By DP and then Trantonio.
Those
Makes
guys
for
were
another
probably
Merrimack.
wishing Antonio had longer
First down.
shoestrings. Tomahawks in the red zone. DP Trantonio, oh, just hammered in the backfield. Robert Hamway got great pressure up the gut and just gobbled. Oh, Antonio up, my goodness. Talk about taking some wind out of your sails on that one. Tomahawks lose 4 on that play, bring up 2nd and 14. Sahil in the gun, has a little bit of room. Pass.
Oh, just out of reach there by the looks of it.
Intended Ozog, incomplete.
Ozog, the
Third
intended
ball,
receiver on
Merrimack.
that one. Cameron Williams giving him a little love on that. Appreciate seeing that.
And Andy, I want to apologize to some of our viewers, I believe probably watching on the HD stream. We had some issues with the audio. Just thank you to Steven and thank you to Kate for letting us know. I think we've got it ironed out now, hopefully. So if Steven or Kate want to let us know how it's sounding, it sounds good on my end. So we really appreciate that heads up.
Absolutely.
Got a lot of different streams and channels we're trying to keep track of.
Gotta love technology, Justin.
I absolutely love it.
We had an encroachment penalty on the Jags. Move the ball up 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Tomahawks. A little bit more manageable. Sahil out of the gun. DP Trantonio again trying to get through. Oh my goodness. Gobbled up at the line of scrimmage. Again, great job by Reed Lambert there.
By Lambert.
Boy, I tell you, Lambert, Laspina, Hamway, these guys are playing some great football. just able to get some good penetration, find a gap, and just gobble up DP Trantonia before he can cut loose. So he did break loose. That was a nice run early. Tomahawks in 4-down territory, 4th and 6. Actually, it's 4th and 10.
Oh,
Oh,
no
my
way.
goodness! Touchdown, Josh Ozog! How did he get that ball?
In heavy,
Oh,
heavy traffic
that was
here.
unbelievable!
On the reception.
Holy
Touchdown,
cow!
Merrimack.
Wow, did Sahil he thread the needle on that one? My goodness.
Holy cow.
Great concentration by Ozog on that play. Beautiful play by the Tomahawks. Nice to see them finally hit pay dirt. And I believe Giuliano will be on to attempt the extra point for the Tomahawks. And we have a timeout, Merrimack.
And
Maybe
Andy,
I
I
think
want to
he-
see this one more time. Tell me if you see how it makes it into his hands here.
There was like 3 defenders. And he was, you know what's interesting is I think Sahil was going for Egan, and Josh
This
was
is
cutting
breast
through
cancer awareness
right in
month.
front of
1 in
him
2 men
and
one in
was
3
just
women
happened to
will be
be
diagnosed with cancer
just
in their lifetime.
a perfectly
Through
timed
awareness,
play where,
education, research, and
because
prevention,
he's looking at Egan
the
right there,
Varsity
and then
continues
boom.
the fight to end the scourge that is cancer. During the football season
And
of
Josh
September
was
through
in
November,
front
there
and
are
had a
different
better
sources that are
angle
supported
on
in
that. I think
research
if that
and
ball
awareness.
goes through,
Members
it
of the
possibly
New
gets
Hampshire
tipped.
Football Officials Association purchase and wear pink whistles.
Great
Nonetheless,
heads up play by
Tomahawks-
Ozog.
Proceeds go to
Yeah,
support
nonetheless,
cancer
Tomahawks will
research.
take the
Together we
take the
can make a
points.
difference in defeating cancer.
And the kick by Dine is good. Caden Dine.
Kick is good.
No doubt about that one.
No, that was a nice boot. Tomahawks, I think Giuliano might be hurt. He was their starting kicker earlier in the season, and Tomahawks have been flirting with a few people back there, and it seems like Caden Dine had his number called to be the extra point guy today, and he booted that ball through the uprights with some authority. Tomahawks tie up the game. 9:15 left in the half. 7-7. Boy, oh boy, let's see if the Tomahawk defense can do something to change the momentum of this game. My goodness.
Love that.
Tell you, Justin, I do miss having Rob in the studio.
Rob
though.
has a lot of pretty deep insights that I really appreciate.
I'm telling you, he brings such. If you haven't had a chance, folks, I'm telling you, Rob DeFelice just does a great job. Short punt, short kickoff.
Yeah, and definitely check out our past broadcasts. We're really proud of the production this year for our football broadcast. And Andy, you and Rob are doing an excellent job on commentary. So download the Merrimack TV app, and you can watch those on demand. A couple of really good
Brings us on
games.
the return,
Appreciate that,
taken down
Justin.
by
Was it
Breyer.
Winnicunnet that was right down to the wire?
No, that was Goffstown.
That was Goffstown.
That was
So,
Goffstown. That was the 1 point loss to Goffstown,
Yes.
where extra points, point afters were the factor. Francis was the return man for the Jags, able to gobble up that
Head
short
up
punt.
from the 39.
Line of scrimmage, about the 38-yard line. Inside handoff. Oh my goodness! Here we go. Tedesco.
Handoff to Tedesco, stopped by Stevens. About 15-yard
Had his
gain,
number
first
called.
down,
About a
Windham.
15-yard gain on that play. Able to just navigate through some defenders. Nice gain. Gets the Jags over midfield. Just outside the Tomahawk 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Kutrobis on the keeper. Drops it off to Burley.
Oh man.
Burley again. Oh, able to slough off. Connor Marshall.
Big game by Burley, taken down by Sadia.
And there's that play again, Justin. There's that Kutrobis coming out on the flat with his running back running right behind him with the pitch option. And again, Jaguars able to capitalize.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that in just a second. Waiting to see if they're going to run a play here. I don't want to.
Kutrobas got 3 wide receivers. Decides to keep it. Picks up about 3 or 4 on that play before Sadia takes him down.
Let's just see that last play.
And here we go. There's a motion man. Kutrobas with the pitch. Decent blocking outside, and the Tomahawks just didn't have anybody out there. And Marshall not able to get a hand on him.
2nd and 6, Windham.
Windham able to pick up 4 yards on that play. Just outside. It looks like the ball's on the 6 or 7. Kutrobas, again, keeper, able to find a way through, and not sure. The officials haven't put the hands up yet, so he might be down just outside the goal line.
Kutrobas on the carry, stopped by Ozak.
And he stopped on the 1. Kutrobas, heads up play, saw some daylight.
Yep, and the Jaguars are knocking. Looking for another 6 points to put up here. Making quick work of this drive.
Yes, they are. And we're going to have a timeout. Timeout Jaguars.
Timeout by Windham.
And while we have a timeout, Andy, I want to do a shout out. We got Jeff and Martha Francis watching in, get this, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
We've got Bob and Linda Curtis in Florida, and all of them are cheering for their grandson, number 66, Parker Francis, on the Windham Jaguars.
Oh, nice.
So thank you, Jeff, Martha, Bob, and Linda. Glad to have you.
Hope you guys are safe down there in Florida. I know talked to my mom earlier. She's down south of Orlando, and yeah, it was pretty harrowing down there for her. And but she's good, and no damage to her home. So our thoughts and prayers go out to the folks, obviously in Florida that just came through Milton, and then the folks in North Carolina and all in that central, that section of the Atlantic where they got beat up by Helene, a couple weeks ago. So. Thanks for the shout out, folks. If you're out there and you want to shout out, plenty of opportunity. Hit us on the Facebook page and let us know who you're rooting for, whether you're rooting for the home team or the visiting team. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, thank you.
First and goal for the Jags. Ball on the 1 yard line. Kutrobas on the keeper, able to find his way through, and touchdown Jaguars.
Kutrobas on the carry for a touchdown, Windham.
Kutrobas able to follow the lead block by Tedesco.
I
Big
thought-
hole there.
I thought they were standing him up there for just a second, and then he just finds the hole.
It was a nice job by Kutrobas. Jack really patient, waiting for the hole to develop. Allowed Tedesco to get in there, and Hayden definitely set up a block and chipped a guy out of the way. And the kick after is actually good. My goodness, Clementi.
Yeah, that looked low.
Oh boy, that was interesting. And then we got a late flag.
Clementi with the
I thought for sure that
put a flag on the
Clementi's kick was going to go left wide, or actually eke underneath the upright, but no, it made it through. We'll see what the officials come up with on this penalty here. And the penalty is going to be, oh, no, we've got offsetting penalties. Offsetting penalties. Point after attempt is good.
Foul against Merrimack. Personal foul against Windham. Cancel each other out. Good field goal. 14-7.
Catch this one more
Windham.
time. Just sneaking it in over the bar here.
Oh, yeah, just barely inside that left upright. My goodness. And then we had some extracurricular afterwards. I was focusing on what happened with the kick, so I didn't see exactly if there was a little pushing or shoving or jawing or what have you.
Shucking and jiving.
That happens. There's always trash talk in the trenches, let me tell you.
Just part of the game.
It is, but Justin, it's part of any
everybody down
game.
there
If
in the
you're an
Merrimack
athlete,
area
you've
with
played a
the
sport,
halftime announcement.
you've got
Wanna
that
run that up
competitive
here?
edge.
That'd
You
be
want to
appreciated.
win, and you want to get inside your opponent's head. And unfortunately, we saw that play out, against the Goffstown. you know, in Goffstown
Yes.
with all the extracurriculars, and my goodness, how much salad was on the green. Boy, that day, boy, Rob and I were going back and forth on how many penalties, you know, 15-yard penalties assessed against the Tomahawks, 15-yard penalties assessed against the Grizzlies. This kickoff, Ozog, about the 18-yard line, not much of a return, maybe 2 or 3 yards on that one. Brought down by Romeo Aiken.
Zod on the receive, taken down quickly by Aiken.
And Tomahawks will start on their 20, looks like about the
First and 10 for
22,
22 for Merrimack.
just inside the 22-yard line. 7:03 left in the half. Jaguars up 14-7. Jaguars able to put together a nice last drive. Couple of really good plays. Again, utilizing, you know, Kutrobis out of the gun and then putting a man in motion who is a running back set up in the slot and able to get the pitch out there and capitalize on the lack of outside containment. Let's see what Sahil and Tomahawks can put together. Sahil on the keeper, able to get outside. Oh, not before he's gobbled up right around the 21, 22-yard line. Not sure how much of a gain he got on that play.
Severe in the carry. Taken down by Boris.
Looks like this will be 2nd and
Got
9
off the play.
for the Tomahawks.
11 Merrimack.
Two receivers line up to the right. Sahil looking to pass. Ozog with the reception. Not much of a gain. Pick him up about a yard and a half on that
Short
one.
out to
Yep,
Ozone.
Jaguars all over that one.
Stopped by Mahalik.
Looks like it's going to be
1 yard gain.
3rd and 8 for the Tomahawks. Line of scrimmage, 24-yard line.
And Tomahawks looking to the sideline, hoping for an answer here. Keep driving up the field.
Clock just under 6 minutes left in the half. Sahil drops back, pass over. Oh, Doyle had it in his hands and looked up because he knew he had some company right around him.
Ball
Cameron
taken
Williams
for
was right there. Doyle had the ball in his hands.
Incomplete, the 4th and
Would have been
8
about a
for
5-yard gain, so the Tomahawks would have been a little short of the first down marker, but would have been able to do a lot more than what they've got now. So it's 4th and 8, excuse me. Not sure if that was Okawogua, Caden, on the punt.
Ball caught by Doherty. Stopped by Grady.
And Andy, we got a shout out to Windham's coach Byrne. Amber, Luke, and Quinn are watching and support you and your crew. So thank you, Amber, for that shout out. To Coach Byrne. I believe it's Byrne.
Maybe not.
You want a shout out, head over to our Facebook page, leave a comment under tonight's post about the game. We'll get at you.
Jaguars starting from midfield. Kutrobis on the keeper. Oh! And Nathan Sadia with a big hit.
And he pops right back up. That looked like it hurt quite a bit.
Carry.
Wow.
But
1 yard
he's right
gain,
back
stopped
up on
by
his
Sadia.
feet.
You know, I had a chance to talk with Nathan before the game, and you know, we were talking back and forth, and just an incredibly smart and intelligent football IQ young man. And you know, we were talking about, you know, some of the games earlier in the season, and you know, he mentioned to me that the Tomahawks are looking to find their identity on both sides of the ball, which was something I was going to bring up to him.
4 yard gain.
And you know, after getting beat up pretty good last week,
3rd and 6.
and you know, a lot of different factors early on, it looks like the Tomahawks are starting to establish a little bit. If they can get some things going here on defense, this game could be a lot different. Kutrobis on the pitch.
Mahalik.
Jake McCulloch
carry. Stopped by Doyle.
Stopped by Doyle. Not after a gain of I think about 4 or 5.
And Andy, here I think is your chat before the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely.
2 for Windham.
Thanks
You know,
to Grace for grabbing that. It's a little
absolutely-
slow on the pickup here. I was hoping to
No.
have it when you brought it
No,
up.
I'm
but
sorry
here he
about
is.
that. I should have prepped you on that.
Get the inside scoop.
I think that's one. Oh, and a nice run through the middle. Alexander Kulikov. No, I'm sorry. Who's that?
Big carry for Brearley
Yep.
for a
No, that was
touchdown,
Brearley.
Windham.
I apologize. No, that was Michael Brearley.
Why don't we have one more look?
Absolutely. Yeah, it was Brearley. Wow, just really untouched right up the middle.
And Windham opens this right up. 20-7. And then 21 pending this extra point.
See if Clemente can get this through the uprights, make it a little more. Oh, and that one low hits the upright and is no good.
Clemente for the extra point. No good.
You know, I did a little kicking in high school myself, and was a soccer player, and it's a lot harder than it looks. And if you kick that ball just a
Nice.
little
Game is being
higher than
broadcast
you
live
want to,
by
you're
Merrimack
not going to
TV.
get the loft. If you kick it too low, you'll spike that thing right up
You
in
don't
the
have
air.
the
And
app, download the app.
so I don't know if Clemente feels like he's
Watch the game
rushed,
live, watch it.
but to have two kicks
Within the next day
in
or
a
two,
row
on
that are coming
Merrimack
out,
TV
I don't know if
channel.
it's a
Thank you, Merrimack
how it's
TV,
set up
carrying the game.
when the ball's coming in and it's getting planted. There's a whole bunch of different factors in that, but that 1 point could come back to cost the Jags. We'll see what the Tomahawks can do with just under 4 minutes left in the half. Down 20-7. Of course, it's senior night at
Yes,
Student Memorial Field. and
Tonight's theme is pink out, if you couldn't tell.
I know, a lot of pink when I was at the field earlier tonight, and it was great to get to hang out with Gary in the booth, and shout outs to all the senior football players and band members. Egan, way back deep in his zone, brings the ball out to about the 16, 17 yard line, and we've got a flag down.
Egan on the carry, taken down by Lisa with the flag on the play.
Egan, I think we got a hold against the Tomahawks, so that'll put the ball back deep in their zone again. Penalties and turnovers continue to plague the Tomahawks. And that'll move them back 10 yards. Not moving back 5 yards. Well, be half the distance to the goal.
Oh, and it's just not the way you want to start out your drive here, as time's ticking away in this first half.
Time is
pretty
ticking
quick.
away. Well, ball stopped at the penalty with the clock stopped with the penalty.
Illegal
3:46.
contact by Merrimack, backs the ball up to the 10,
Tomahawks will
9
start
yard
from their
line.
9 yard line for the second time
First and 10 Merrimack.
this quarter. Sahil out of the gun. 3 wide receivers. DP Trantonio in the backfield, and he opts to keep it. Tries to move back, gets over the 15-yard line. Looks like he picked up 6 on that play. Got beat up pretty good, though.
Yeah, finds a little room and then closes real quick. Oof.
5-yard gain.
Looks like he got
Second and 5
sandwiched
Merrimack.
between Lambert and Durkin. Tell you, those guys are all over the field. Hats off to those guys. Tomahawks 2nd and 4. I would say 4, maybe 5. Sahil out of the gun. Drop back to pass. Oh, and he trips and falls. My goodness. Hamway put some pressure on there. Drops Sahil behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a TFL and
Carry.
be 3rd and long for the
Stop by
Tomahawks.
Yeah, it looks like he might have lost his
Couple yard
footing
loss.
there.
Second, 3rd and 11.
That didn't
Merrimack.
help. So that negated the gain. Bring up 3rd and 11 for the Hawks. Sahil drops back. Oh, no. Wide. Oh. Pass intended for Dine.
Ball intended
But I
for
have to
Doyle.
tell you,
Incomplete.
holy cow. Who was that? Parker Francis coming off the left end unabated. Holy cow, had a line and a beat on Sahil. If he didn't get rid of that ball, I'm telling you, it could have been ugly. Look at this. Francis just nobody even there, just a step or two behind Sahil. And I'm not sure who's back there for the Tomahawks to punt. Looks like it could be Beachery. Punt bounces about the 35-yard line. Tomahawks get a fortuitous bounce.
Very favorable for the Tomahawks.
Ball,
Good kick, great bounce.
and the ball bounced right to the 47. So with just shy of 2.5 minutes left in the second,
For Windham.
the Jaguars up 20-7, and they get the ball back. Hopefully the Tomahawk defenders can come up with a stop here. They were able to put together a nice defensive set against the Jaguars' second offensive drive, I believe. And then the Jags have been able to move the ball, sustain their drives. And here we go. Kutrobis, keeper. Oh, look at that. Again, with the fake handoff and just running for yards. Oh, my goodness. And looks like we got one of the, oh, hopefully that was Nathan.
On the carry, pushed out by Sadia.
Sadia.
First down
Sadia.
for Windham.
Looks like he came up a little soft, a little ginger on that. And Kutrobis just able to take a look and see the lane, able to cut back. It was a nice block by Williams. Didn't set really a moving pick or anything like that, so he didn't get called for it, but nice job by the Jags. Oh, we have a penalty. Wait, somebody in the neutral zone? We got too many players on the field? What do we got? Penalties assessed against the Tomahawks. Trobis again on the keeper, big gap, and he's gonna scamper into the end zone for another Jags touchdown.
Kutrobis on the carry for another touchdown, Windham.
Jack Kutrobis having a great game. Great game. And again, this time they go left as they're on the, or they go right, excuse me, as they start on the left hash and just able to get by.
Yeah, really
Jojo
great blocking
Sadia
there from the Jaguars to give him that big open space to just walk it right on into the end zone.
And Windham starting to pull away. And they're going to go for two. Kutrobis on the keeper. And he gets in the end zone. My goodness.
Talk about shucking and jiving
Kutrobis
right
with a
here.
two-point conversion for Windham.
Oh my goodness. And Jojo Sadia got just, looks like he got taken out of the play by his own teammate coming across, and that just opened up the lane for Jack Kutrobis to just find that lane and enter into the end zone for pay dirt, and the Jaguars take a 28-7 lead over the Tomahawks with just over 2 minutes left in the half. My goodness.
Yeah, this is going to be probably be a pretty quick 2 minutes, and then the Tomahawks are going to try and think it over and maybe rework some stuff here during halftime, see what they can pull out here. Looking so promising at the top of this game too, Andy. It's just these penalties and turnovers just the big difference here in the game.
That fumble by Dine early on took all the wind out of their sails, and that was definitely a game changer. Excuse me.
The kickoff.
Clemente on for the kick
Egan and
off.
Dime in the backfield.
Kicks this one deep. And the Tomahawks let the ball sail into the end zone.
And we got Angie Polonis on the Facebook here. She says, shout out to the Tomahawks, especially Ethan Modal, number 74. It's his aunt in Maine, so thank you, Aunt Angie. And we got Deborah Smith. She says, go Tomahawks. Plenty of football emojis there. Says, happy Seniors Week. So proud of all of you.
Ball goes long.
Thank
Gonna
you,
stop
Deborah.
the odd line first and 10 for Merrimack.
If you want a shout out or give a shout out to a Tomahawk or a Jaguars player, the coaching staff, or maybe anyone calling the game here, you can give a shout out over on the Facebook page, facebook.com/MerrimackTV, or just search Merrimack TV on the Facebook app. Head over to the post about tonight's game and leave a comment, and we'll get at you.
So Hill drops back, looking for a receiver. Nothing there, and gets gobbled up the middle.
Buried.
Robert Durkin. Looked like Sahil was trying to get some footing there to make a move, a juke or a jive, and then just got gobbled up by Durkin up the middle. Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12 for the Tomahawks.
About a 2-yard loss on that
Line of
play.
scrimmage, the 18-yard line.
12. Merrimack.
Doyle, receiver out on the flat, quick pass. Pickup of 3 on that play. Will bring up 3rd and a long, 3rd and 8. Actually 4 on the play, so we'll bring up 3rd and 7. Ball on the Tomahawks 23. As clock continues to wind. $1:14 left. Tomahawks not playing with any urgency right now, which 2 timeouts. So Hill drops back, looking for receiver, passes out to the flat, gets Ozog. No, I'm sorry, that was Doyle again.
Doyle on the catch, takes it out of bounds.
Takes it out of bounds to stop the clock. Tomahawks pick up a
down.
first down, move the sticks. They'll start from their 33-yard line. Just under a minute left. Tomahawks still have 2 timeouts. Super Heel back to pass. Looking for a receiver. Getting some pressure. Oh! Ozog was there. Nice play by Parker Francis to get a hand on the
Ozard.
on that pass. Knock that thing down. It'll be 2nd and 10. Of course, the incomplete pass stops the clock, which is in the Tomahawks' favor.
Get in there, Bubba. Yes, Parker!
Oh, nice. And Francis again with great penetration, able to get his hands up, knock down that Sahil pass, that Mujawar pass. Bring up 3rd down for the Tomahawks. My goodness. And again, the clock stops. Looks like the Jags are going to try to bring some pressure. Nope, 3-man front, dropping back everybody in coverage. Tomahawks looking to go deep. Oh, and Doyle with the catch!
Way.
Oh my goodness! Sahil able to thread this pass right over the defensive backs, and Doyle,
For another Merrimack.
big gain. Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable. 2 defenders underneath, 1 right next to him, and somehow he comes up with the ball.
Clock's still ticking. Sahil drops back to pass, passes up. Oh, and what a catch by Doyle again, right on the sideline. Able to get his toes down and get out of bounds. Look at that, wow.
Merrimack.
And Hayden Tedesco was all over Doyle on that play. What a job. 2 great back-to-back receptions for that young man. And the Tomahawks have some life here. 30 seconds left on the clock. 1st and goal from the Jags 8-yard line. Sahil, keeper, passes out to the flat.
No way.
Ozog, and he muscles his way. Touchdown, Tomahawks. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
And did the Tomahawks need this drive?
Yes, they did.
Touchdown.
And they will hopefully carry that momentum right into the second half here.
Potential to cut the lead in half right here. Sahil looking like he was going to do a keeper. Ozog out in the flat wood. Oh, and he got leveled. Oh, my goodness. Reed Lambert put the wood on Sahil. And the extra point attempt is good. Dine able to get that ball through the wickets, and the Tomahawks cut the lead in half. But, boy, Justin, if you go back to that replay, just as Sahil got rid of the ball, he got lit up like a tree. You got to
have a look.
Holy cow. Watch this play. Look at him. Boom! Oh, man, did Lambert lay the, oh, my goodness. And Ozog able to work his way through that. Wow, man, oh, man. 22 seconds left in the half. Tomahawks cut the Jags lead in half, 28-14. Let's see what they can do. I mean, can they pin them just deep and get this clock to run down? Hopefully. And it's a short squib kick.
And Andy, we got Michael Graves on here with a quick tip. It says Connor Page is punting for Merrimack.
Connor Page, I appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yeah, numbers and people, and I mean all sorts of different things going on. So
Stevens.
I think that was Brandon Jacobs on the return for the Jags. 18 seconds left on the clock. Windham will start from their 41 yard, just inside their 41-yard line, and see what they look to do. And it doesn't look like they're going to go into a victory formation. So, and then now we get looks like we've got a timeout. Tomahawks.
Timeout, Merrimack.
And we'll see what the Merrimack Tomahawks have here as the Jaguars decide not to go into the victory formation, or I guess a victory formation for the half. So Tomahawks going to talk it out here, try to maybe keep the Jaguars at bay. Had some trouble with some of these, I wouldn't call them trick plays necessarily, but kind of tossing it off, and they're finding the holes here. So we'll see what the Merrimack Tomahawks can do here. See if Windham's got something special up their sleeve as we get a quick look at the band here. The marching band will be, of course, playing for us at halftime, so stick around for that. It's always a highlight of the Friday Night Lights. And there's that pass off and finding room. And we're going to get a quick timeout here from Windham. Clock ticks down to 10.
The carry, stopped by DiMaggio. Like first down for Windham. Timeout, Windham.
I want to thank you for watching tonight's game on Merrimack TV. If you're interested in learning more about Merrimack TV, you can email Nicholas Lavallee, who is doing some camera work tonight. He is the media services coordinator for Merrimack TV. Or you can email myself, Justin Slez, the assistant media services coordinator. That's Merrimack TV at merrimacknh.gov. We'd love to hear from you. And just inside the Tomahawks end zone here, or Tomahawks half of the field. Windham Jaguars, 10 seconds on the clock here. Probably looking for a quick pass outside. And a long ball, but no one there. And maybe just a little bit of miscommunication as his receiver goes inside. QB tossing it outside. Not able to make that connection. And still 3 seconds on the clock here if they decide to air it out one more time.
Looks like
Pass
Kulikov
intended
was the
for
intended receiver on
Windham.
that one. Just a miscommunication, Justin.
2nd and 10, Windham.
Yeah, but you kind of expected to see maybe a little bit of a long ball, definitely out to the sideline.
Timeout, Windham.
And Windham going to talk it over one more time here before the half.
Jaguars looking to be aggressive with a lot of field and not a lot of time.
Yeah, and if he connects on that one and he's either able to get out of bounds or shake the defender, that we might be looking at another 6 points on the board here.
Or maybe just even 3. And we know that the Jags deferred. They won the toss to start the game and deferred, so they'll receive the ball to start the second half. So, again, if they could get some points on the board and then get the ball back, they would definitely, I mean, obviously they're going to go in the second half with some momentum up 2 scores to the Tomahawks. But
yeah. And after that Tomahawk score, you thought all the momentum in their favor, and now kind of Windham just slowing it down here, hitting some big chunks, and Tomahawks might not be sailing in on that momentum now.
Kutrobis back to pass, and he gets gobbled up as time expires. Colby Smith and company.
Referee stopped by DiMaggio.
Smith and DiMaggio combined for the tackle, the sack of Kutrobis. And that'll bring us to the half with the Windham Jaguars up 28-14 over your Tomahawks. Before we break away, we have the Merrimack High School band on. Some other games of note tonight. We've got Pinkerton Astros 3-1 on the road against Bedford 4-0. That's a big game. And then we've got Nashua South hosting Winnacunnet. Nashua South at 4-0 and Winnacunnet at 4-1. So those are a couple big games. Another game of note: Goffstown is hosting Nashua North, and so we'll see how that pans out. Couple games tomorrow. You've got Londonderry at Central, and then a couple of 2-2 teams that I referenced earlier. Bishop Girton hosting the Keene Blackbirds. Oh my God!
You got it, Andy. You got
it. I am so sorry. That game at 7 o'clock kickoff, and so again, a lot of really interesting games this weekend. Of course, tonight's game has some serious playoff implications as we look down the road, and we'll see if the Tomahawks can reset. And before I continue gabbing, we've got the Tomahawks marching band and color guard on and flag corps on. They do a fantastic job, and I'm going to get out of the way and let RJ Beck and company do their thing and enjoy the halftime show. We'll be back.
All right, thanks, Andy.
The band is led on the field by drum majors Aaron Murray and Jamie Halverson. The color guard captains are Olivia Karima and Basil Booley, and the drumline captain is Ben Ricks. Ladies and gentlemen, the Merrimack High School Marching Band.
I'm sorry? No, the guy looked like he stepped away. Okay, I'll tell him.
And just another wonderful performance there by the Merrimack Marching Band, headed, of course, by Brendan McWalter and RJ Beck, so thank you to them. Before we get back into the game here, we got about 5-6 minutes. I did mention that Grace LeMay was down on the field getting some footage. It is senior night, of course, so we do have some extra footage of some seniors and people kind of kicking around for that celebration. So I'm going to pull that up and we'll have a look. I'll kind of try and talk us through it a little bit. First one up here is going to be a Merrimack senior cheerleader getting that photo. So let's have a look. Next up, we got some folks from the music program, of course. Just heard from them, a wonderful performance. And who else but Lucas Goldberg and Andy Berkeley, a couple of voices of the Tomahawks here. And here's a shot of the senior banners that are hung up for senior night. There's the QB for the Merrimack Tomahawks, Majauer. And some people hanging out waiting for their names to be called right before the senior night festivities. Flowers and photos abound, of course. There's another shot of the marching band. And you recognize Haley Downey there. Hang out with Haley. You can check her out, her show on Merrimack TV. There's RJ Beck, Brendan McWalter, and of course the former music director, Patty Cunningham there. And it is pink out night. So here's some students decked out in their pink for pink out night here. Music programs, folks there. Get a few of them here. They do such an excellent job. And who else but Mr. Tom A. Hawk here, just getting hyped up before the game. Trying to get that energy up a little bit. Here's a panning shot of the football team, of course. During that senior night festivity. A little shot of the marching band. When the marching band seniors went out onto the field for their photos, they had a little bit of a drum ditty to introduce themselves. So you see that happening there. And some photos from Nicholas LaValle sent over here. Here's the concession stand, folks. Want to thank them. The Laura Wolf Foundation, of course, providing that concession stand for all the clubs to use, not just the football team. So thank you to Laura's World Foundation. We do have a Merrimack moment about that. You can check that out on the Merrimack TV app. Another shot of some fine people from the Merrimack band here. And who else but one of the Tomahawks' greatest fans, a Merrimack TV superfan, Tomahawk superfan. That is, of course, Masty. A lot of students recognize her when she was down there saying hello, and she's always quick to give us shout outs when we are broadcasting. So thank you so much to Masty for that, that little pose there. We really appreciate that. And thank you to Grace for getting that footage. Thank you for Nick to getting those photos. A lot of fun here tonight. For senior night, of course. Pink out, wearing pink, of course. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Those pink ribbons raising awareness about that.
Roll into the second half of the game tonight.
Got folks wearing pink. And we got about 2 minutes left here. I just want to remind folks, our next sports broadcast is going to be girls volleyball, and that is
the 50-50 raffle.
Next Tuesday, the 15th. We'll hope you'll tune in for that.
If you're the lucky
Brian
number,
Gagnon calling that game.
905-440.
And the girls volleyball
Run up to the
team
booth
is
and
electric this year, so
collect
make
some
sure you
money.
check that out.
Thank you.
And with just about a minute and a half here, Andy, I'm gonna bring you back up here. If you got any words, got any thoughts about what the Tomahawks might have talked about here during halftime and what they might need to do to move forward? They cut the lead in half, but a lot of work to do.
More work needed on the defensive side versus the offensive side of the ball. I definitely feel that the Tomahawks were able, especially the first couple drives, able to capitalize on some things, had some good momentum, then fumble, interception, turnovers, and then a couple costly penalties along the way. Really hampered their offensive abilities in the first half. And then containing the outside has been something that the Jaguars have been able to exploit. And, Kutrobis just with that keeper, and then he's running out on the flat. He's got a running back that starts out in the slot on the opposite side, comes around in motion, and then, Jack's got a pitch man right there, depending on what the defense gives him, inside, outside, depending on what he's got for containment. And then if he's got inside, he can fake that and keep that ball and cut inside. Or if he starts to come inside and suck the defender towards him, he just has to go boop, and then his running back on the right there has got an open lane. And we've seen on both sides, depending on where the ball is, what hash mark it's on, the Jaguars have been able to capitalize on that and gash 14, 15, 30 yards on some runs. So I definitely think that Coach Jackson and his crew definitely talked about what they can do better on defense. And if Sahil can just keep momentum, try to stretch the field, we'll see what can happen. Defense is going to be the key for the second half for the Tomahawks. If you're the Jaguars and you went in halftime, you've got to be really pleased with how you've been playing on both sides of the ball. Their offense has been really good to this point. More run than pass. And then their defense has been just dialing it in. I'm telling you, their front line, those guys, I've called their names, Reed Lambert, Robert Durkin, Robert Hamway, and Noah Laspina. I mean, wow. And then I got to throw some props out there to Parker Francis coming on late. Those guys have been all over the field and been doing a great job gobbling up any kind of running game that Tomahawks have been trying to establish up the middle. So a lot of things to consider, Justin. It'll be really interesting to see what the Tomahawks can do. Holding on to the ball and not being penalized is paramount if they're going to want to cut this lead down and possibly take home a win.
Yes, absolutely. So I think we're going to be in for a pretty fun second half here, if I'm not mistaken. But certainly some work to do on the Tomahawk side. If you're the Windham Jaguars, I'd say stick with the plan. It's been working pretty well. These kind of tosses out to the side or handoffs going one way but looking one way and then goes the other, and they're able to find those holes for big yards, and it seems to be working pretty well for Windham right now. So
definitely, most definitely. I do have a couple scores going on in the state that are of interest to a lot of football fans around. Right now in the second quarter, the Pinkerton Astros lead the Bedford Bulldogs 19-14, and Pinkerton could definitely pull off a huge upset if they can maintain the lead. But they're playing in Bedford, I believe, if I have memory serves me correct. And then another game of note, another score. I had it here. Oh, yeah, Nashua South, the Purple Panthers, with a 15-0 lead over Winnicunnet, and that was in the first quarter, approaching the second quarter. So that's another game of note going on around the state. And of course, if I get any more updates, definitely be sure to try to incorporate that in along the way.
Nice. Thanks so much, Andy. I want to remind folks as we head into the second half here, if you want to shout out, you want to give a shout out to one of your favorite players here, just to one of the team, maybe your favorite commentator, you can head on over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Merrimack TV, or just search Merrimack TV on the Facebook app. Leave a comment under the post about tonight's game, and we will get at you by the end of the game tonight. I do have Deborah Smith. She says, shout out to the O-line and my grandson, Kobe Smith, number 63. Thank you, Deborah. And, of course, Masty, who we just saw at the end of our little video photo montage, says, thanks for the shout-out, Merrimack TV. Happy to be in the stands for this one. Let's go, Tomahawks. So proud of all of you. Masty loves you. Blue heart emoji, white heart emoji of course, going along with the color scheme of the Merrimack Tomahawks. So thank you, Masty. Always good to see you and hear from you. And it looks like we are getting ready for kickoff in what's going to prove to be a very interesting second half.
Caden Dine on to kick off for the Tomahawks. Not sure who's back deep for the Jaguars. Romeo Aiken fielded that ball right around the 15, 16-yard line.
And he takes a few bumps before he's finally knocked out of bounds. It's like if he had more room, he might have just kept chugging along.
About the 32-yard line. 33-yard line.
Jaguars will start from their 33-yard line. It's like a return of about 15 yards for Aiken. Let's see what Kutrobis and his boys can do, put together. Start the second half. Jack out of the gun. Motion man, inside handoff. Hayden Tedesco on the carry, chugged away, picked up 4 yards on that play, bring up 2nd and 6.
Stop by DiMaggio. 4-yard gain.
And again, Tedesco and Brearley seem to be the brunt of the ball carriers when it's not Kutrobis coming out of the backfield. And we got that motion. There we go again. Here we go. And Kutrobis decides to keep it, cut inside. Able to pick up 2 yards on that play. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Jags. Line of scrimmage, the 37-yard line.
And you got to think the Jaguars will be happy trying to run some run plays here to keep the clock ticking away. But Merrimack Tomahawks all over it right now.
Tomahawks need to stop them on downs, and we get an inside handoff. And the no, he's still going. Tedesco, the ball carrier, able to just get out of that. Pickup of 2 on the play, bring up 4th and 3. Ball on the 41-yard line. And looks like the Jags are going to stay on the field.
Yeah, they're thinking about it here.
Oh,
Andy.
Definitely. They're going to go with an outside run. There we go. Oh. Tomahawks get called offside. That was Grady on that. Riley just trying to get a jump. Unless he was coaxed offside. No, he wasn't. That's going to move the ball 5 yards, and the Jags will pick up the first down.
Offsides Merrimack. Going to move it up for 1st and 10 Windham.
1st and 10 Jaguars. Ball on the 46. Motion man, Kutrobis. Ball comes out! Oh, and the Tomahawks recover! JoJo Sadia. That ball just kind of fell right in his lap. Oh, my goodness.
Looks like a fumble by Tedesco.
Tedesco
Recovered by
not able to reel in that handoff, and the ball fell through his hands, and as he was moving forward, hit his knee, and he knocked it forward, and JoJo Sadia was just fall on the ball. Wow, this is huge for the Tomahawks, and we're flipping the script to how this game started when the Tomahawks were moving down the field and dying, ended up coughing up the ball. Tomahawks starting from their 49-yard line, just outside of midfield. Ozog in motion. Sadia out of the gun, drops back, looking for a man to pass. Drops it over. Oh, just
man.
A little high for Dine.
14, a little high.
And they're coming out firing, hoping to capitalize quickly on that turnover from Windham.
Absolutely. Jaguars had some great penetration and pressure to cause Sahil to toss that ball up a little high, just out of Dine's reach. 2nd and 10. Tomahawks with 3 wide. DP Trantonio in the backfield. And there's a handoff to DP Trantonio. And he gets gobbled up the middle. Maybe a gain of a yard on that play. He'll bring up 3rd and long.
And off to DP in Trentonio.
Gary, I'm telling you. Oh, Gary struggling with some of the names like I used to. Oh, my goodness.
Shout out to
39,
Gary
go
doing
back.
the on-field calling. He did an excellent job today with senior night. He did all that
did.
announcing
He did. I
through
love
senior
you,
night. That was a
Gary.
lot of names to be calling.
Tomahawks trying to draw them off sides before they get the play in from the sideline. So Heel settles in. So Heel chased out of the pocket. Oh, trying to thread the needle again to Dine.
Wow, keep
Ball
it
intended
really
to
cool
Dine.
under pressure there. But not able to connect.
Nope, and that'll bring in Page to punt. See if Page can pin the Jags down deep in their zone. He, just barely gets the punt off. And the ball came out again. And we got some hands going either way. And they're tussling in the pile. What do we got? Looks like the Jags were able to contain the ball. And that was Hayden Tedesco on the return, and the ball came out. He was able to get on that. Tomahawks thought they were able to come away with that one.
I thought they had it too for a second.
I thought Tedesco would have just either let that ball go or put his arm up for a fair catch, but it hit the ground.
Hit by Brady. 1st and 10, Windham from the
Jags will start from their 17-yard line. See if the Tomahawks can come up with a defensive. Kutrobis keeps it. Oh, gets gobbled up as he tried to get back inside. I'm not sure if that was Page or Rete.
And speaking of defense, Andy, we got Renee Hagopian. I believe. Hagopian. Says, need to put Luke Hagopian, 58, out on D. Let's go, Tomahawks.
That was Christian Page on the tackle. Coming
you,
across on that play. 2nd, 10. Looks like Tedesco up the middle. Gobbled up. Bring up 3rd and long for the Jaguars.
Freely on the carry.
Oh, that was
by
really, I apologize.
Really big down here for the
Frankie.
Merrimack Tomahawks.
3rd and 8.
3rd and 8, Windham.
Kutrobis on the keeper, trying to find his way outside, and he gets gobbled up in the back. The ball came out! And the Tomahawks recover. Oh, yes!
No way, Andy. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, my goodness. I think Frankie came up with the ball on that play. We might have to see the replay on that one,
Looks
Justin.
like it
Yeah, I'm
was
gonna have to
intended
pull this
for
one up
Kutrobis.
here.
Oh, my
Merrimack
goodness.
ball first. And
Kutrobis
10.
tried to do some wiggling and jiving to get through the line there and
Number
just
16.
got manhandled. Thought for sure he was going to pitch out to Brealey on the back. And then we see the Tomahawks come in there, and it looks like, I don't know if the Ozog got in there, but wow, that ball came out, and Frankie came up with it. 1st and goal Tomahawks. Sahil, pass to the flat. Dine, able to get past a couple. Do you see that?
Is that his shoelace?
That was his jersey getting ripped up real good. Oh, my, Caden Dine.
That undershirt.
That was his undershirt.
And
Wow.
you gotta think, if that undershirt had just been tucked in, would we be looking at another 6 points for the Tomahawks?
Not sure, but Dine able to wiggle his way through. 2nd and 3, pickup of 7.
Wow.
Sahil drops back, and he gets gobbled up in the middle. Great pressure again. Lambert and Hamway.
The Jaguars taken down by Hamway. No gain in play.
He was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so not a loss of yardage, but bring up 3rd and 3. Ball on the Jags 11. 3rd and 5, excuse me, so he did lose a couple on that play.
Tomahawks checking the sideline for some direction
See
here.
if we can get Ozog on the flat. Oh, Egan.
Ball intended for Egan.
Covered
A little
by
bit short,
Aiken.
incomplete.
Somehow, if the wide receiver could cut in on a post and then Ozog playing tight end could just leak out on that flat. See what they come up with here. 4th and 5. Looks like they got trips to the left. Ozog and Dine in view. Sahil drops back. Oh, and Doyle fell. He slipped. And that pass falls incomplete, and the Tomahawks turn the ball over on downs. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and he's coming up just short of the goal line there, and he is covered all the way. So it would have definitely been a fight to get over that goal line after he made that catch. And I know they didn't come up with any points this time, Andy, but I really want to go back to that play, the jersey play, if you will.
Here's Dine.
Makes
a man miss. Oh, yes, you were so right.
He might have had just enough if he was able to escape that.
And that was really Chris Brealey on the tackle, able to get a part of the Dine's undershirt there.
And apologies for missing that first play.
Looks like they picked up a couple on that play.
He's 2nd and about 7. They did.
Looks like about 2nd and 7, according to Gary. Inside handoff. Tedesco. Gobbled up almost immediately. Maybe gain of a yard on that play. Bring up 3rd and 5.
Stopped by Ray.
Nowhere to Tedesco on that one, Andy.
Now it looks like he may have carved out another yard. Yeah, 3rd and 5. Interesting that the Jags are looking to try to go up the middle instead of capitalize on those outside runs. Here we go again. Oh, nice job. Nice job by the Tomahawks. Connor Page able to gobble up Katrobis before he can do anything on the outside. Again, this is some of the adjustments that Coach Jackson made. Keeping someone home on the outside to prevent that play. And the Tomahawks coming up big already. 2 major defensive stops, a couple of turnovers already.
Yeah, just that little tweak there is really, it's working. It's working.
Quick punt. Doyle opts to let the ball go.
Ball stopped at the 45. Be Merrimack 1st and 10.
Really?
45.
Downs the ball at the Tomahawk 45-yard line. Tomahawks will start with some great field position, see if they can get themselves in the end zone. Not able to capitalize early on 2 potentially costly Jaguars turnovers.
Go 6-6.
But the defense coming up big. Let's see if they can get some rhythm here. And
there's that pink out we were talking about.
yes, sir.
What do we have for themes this year? We had like a tropical theme.
We had the tropical theme. We had the Western theme.
The Western theme, yes, for I believe who was that for?
Who was it? Keene?
Was it Keene? I think it might have been.
DP Trantonio
Oof.
met abruptly. Not sure if that was Durkin or Cameron Williams. But DP Trantonio able to pick up 6 yards on that play. Pass outside of the flat to Dine. Dine looking to try to get something going there. He's looking to see if something would develop.
Dine on the carry, taken down.
So Dine stopped at the line of scrimmage, bring up 3rd and no, he gained a yard up on that play, so it's going to be 3rd and 3. Third and a long 3.
Third
First
about
down
3
marker
yards.
just about the 45-yard line of the Jags. Ozog in motion. Sahil looking to keep it, being patient, not able to get anywhere.
Rajal
Gobbled
carry,
up.
stopped by Hamway. A little short of the first
By
down.
Hamway and company.
The 4th and about 2, Merrimack.
4th and a long 2, and looks like Page is going to come on for the punt. Tomahawks not feeling like they'd be able to do anything and don't want to turn the ball over at midfield.
Yeah, if you can bury the Jaguars deep in their own territory, I think that's the best play here for the Tomahawks.
Page's punt. Oh, again, a great bounce.
And that's exactly what you want to see if you're the Merrimack Tomahawks right now.
Ball stopped on the 10-yard line. Be
Grady
first and 10, back to
downs the
Windham.
ball on the 10-yard line. Now we're seeing the role reversal, Justin. The Tomahawk defense is coming alive and able to match up well, but the Tomahawks on the offensive side of the ball not able to find their rhythm, find their mojo, and they got to do something quick because we're looking at a little under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. The Jags with, I believe, their 3rd or 4th possession. Inside handoff. Nowhere to go for Brealey. Or was that Mikulek? No, I believe that was Brealey.
Really on the carry, stopped by Page.
And Jaguars just happy to let this time roll here with these run
Couple
plays.
yards. 2nd and 8 again.
Not in a rush. Time is definitely in their favor. Pickup of 2, bring up 2nd and 8. Kudrobis, keeper, pitches outside.
And there's that outside
Early
pitch again,
again.
Andy.
Yes, it is.
Mahalik.
Tomahawks able to
Prager.
keep it fairly
Sorry,
contained.
that was Brealey. Looked like he able to pick up a couple more. Ball on the 19, looks like it'll be 3rd and 4. Petrobus, inside handoff. Tedesco looking like he got some help there. Oh no, that was Brealey again, excuse me.
Really on the carry, stopped by
Able to
Ozark.
muscle his way forward. Ozog a little slow coming up.
First down, Windham.
Jaguars able to grind out a first down, and they're just content to grind and pound.
Keep the old ground and pound here.
That's what they're doing. Inside handoff. Oh, some daylight for Brealey. Brealey able to pick up about 6 on that play.
Really
Maybe 7.
Carry, stopped by Doyle. 2nd and about 2, Windham.
And the Tomahawks defense in the second half looking so good to start. They're going to have to keep digging here to hold back the Jaguars.
Yes, they are. And again, Brealey able to move his way out.
Really on the carry, stopped by Egan.
Brought down by Egan, not till he got to the
First down,
second
Windham.
level. Picked up about 15 on that play. 1st and 10, Jags. As they're knocking on midfield. Ball on their 46-yard line. Inside handoff again. And look
There
at
it
that.
is.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, and he stumbles, tripped over the, not sure what he fell over, but really had a wide open. Oh, he might have made contact with his teammate.
Really on the carry.
It looked
His
like he was
brother.
off to the races there pretty
27
quick
yards,
there,
looking
Andy, and
for
that's what the Jaguars have been
first
looking
down.
for, is that hole
That hole.
and just bust through and get those big chunk yards.
And this was the play that the Jaguars were looking for.
And I think that they're going to try and get one more before the end of the third here.
It looks like they will. Oh, and they were able on the hard count. Kudrovis able to draw the Tomahawks offside just as time expires.
Oh, man.
And they'll start the fourth quarter with a 1st and 5 just outside the Tomahawks red zone.
And that's something the Merrimack Tomahawks offense was enjoying at the beginning of this season, was trying to do that hard count to get them, the defense, to jump off sides, and now falling victim to that very same tactic here just as time expires in the third quarter.
Well, I'm surprised that these guys have not realized that they need to swap ends of the field. Ooh. There we go.
Offside. You're going to get 1 second added to the clock. No, maybe not.
And that is the end of the quarter.
Well, I'm enjoying the game, Andy, and if you're enjoying the game, check out more MHS sports action. Download the Merrimack TV app. Merrimack TV is a free download from your device's app store. Download Merrimack TV on your iPhone, Android, Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire device to watch live varsity sports, concerts, meetings, events, and other on-demand content. You're watching Merrimack TV, your community, your voice. And there's your Merrimack marching band. Lighten it up. And Andy, I can't say enough about the Merrimack TV app, just as much as I can't say enough about the Merrimack marching band. Favorite part about the app, you download the app and you don't need a username, you don't need a password.
No, you don't.
You download it, you open it up, and you're ready to watch. And all that stuff is on demand and good to go. We also have live streams of our channels as well. If we have a live meeting or a live game going on, you can also watch on the Merrimack TV app, not just on-demand content.
A lot of
As
cool
we're
stuff.
heading
I mean,
into our
there's
fourth quarter.
About ready to start the fourth quarter. A lot of cool stuff. Merrimack Moments, always a great opportunity for folks to get a feel for what's going on in the community. Great little spots covering a whole host of different people and what they're doing and how they're impacting the community. It's some great stuff that you guys do here at Merrimack TV, Justin.
Yes, thank you so much, Andy. We appreciate you if you check it out and download it on your device. And here we go.
Trobus, inside handoff, gobbled up by the Tomahawks. That was Brearley. Looks like he's getting the bulk of the carries in the second half. Maybe gained a yard or two on that play.
Great day. 2nd and 5, Windham.
No gain. 2nd and 5. Oh, Kutrobas on the keeper, trying to get outside, getting chased down. Oh, and he gets hauled out of bounds. Connor Marshall. And Connor Page playing some good outside containment to force Kutrobas to go as wide as possible. I think he picked up maybe 2 on that play. Bring up 3rd and
Pushed out of
3.
bounds by McCord. Be 3rd and 3 or Windham.
Jags just outside the Tomahawks red zone. 3rd and 3. Kutrobas in the gun. Got a motion man. Tomahawks looking to bring some pressure. Jags reset. Was Jake Michalik. Inside handoff to Brearley. Brearley able to cut and weave through. Get the push of the pile. Looks like he picked up about 4 or 5 on that play before he got wrestled down.
Yep, and they're moving the sticks on this one,
Bradley on
Andy.
the carry, stopped by Grady.
Yeah, he picked
First
up
down,
5.
Windham.
It's going to be 1st and 10. Jaguars, ball on just outside the 15-yard line. Jags looking to hit pay dirt again. Make this a 3-score game with 11 minutes The clock winding down in the fourth quarter. Inside handoff again. Brearley able. What? The ball comes out and it's still loose. Oh my goodness. What do we got?
I think the Jags might be coming up with this one, Andy.
No, it looks like Sadia might have the ball. Tomahawks get the ball. Oh my goodness. Third turnover by the Jaguars. Nathan Sadia able to just somehow get his hands on the ball. Oh, and there was the hit. Who was that? Looks like Doyle with the hit. Jarred that ball loose. And Nathan able to come up with the recovery. Third turnover by the Jags in the second half, and the Tomahawks desperately need to get something going here on offense.
Yes. It looks like a Jaguar player fell on that ball, but good on the Tomahawks for coming up with it.
Quick pass out to Ozog on the flat. Finds a little bit of room, able to stumble his way forward. Looks like he's going to gain a first down.
It's a good play right out of the gate after this turnover, Andy. And I thought it looked like Josh Ozog might be off to the races there for a second.
He stumbled his way through, though, able to pick up 11 on that short pass. DP Trantonio, no, I'm sorry. Sahil on the keeper. Pushed out of bounds.
And they're going to keep winding the clock.
I thought that was Gabe Gorman was going to be the ball carrier. And Sahil comes up and he's limping a little bit. Looks like he picked up about 2 on that play.
You know, Andy, we've been giving shout-outs to people from Maine that were Josh Ozog's family from Maine. They are actually down here for senior night tonight, so we get to meet them in the bleachers a little earlier. Such a nice family to be meeting and talking to tonight. So shout out to them making the trip down.
Egan on the pitch and carry, trying to cut inside. Gobbled up, almost looked like there was the defender grabbed him by the helmet. Not after he picks up about 3 on that play. Bring up 3rd and 6 for the Tomahawks. Clock winding down, approaching 9 minutes left in the game. Tomahawks need a score on this drive. And time is not their friend, although both teams have all their timeouts left.
First things first, they need 6 yards here, Andy, to keep this thing rolling.
Yes, they do. Sahil up the middle. Ozog. First down, Tomahawks.
Awesome connection here to Josh Ozog.
Ozog able to get in between 2 defenders, just sit down right in that little bit of a bubble he had in that zone coverage.
I'm sure his grandparents and aunt are happy they came down from Maine to see that one in person.
Tomahawks on the 39-yard line. Sahil back to pass. Looking, he had Gorman out on the flat. He dumps it off to Dine.
On the carry,
and Dine able to take it out of bounds to save some clock here.
8:34 left, gain of 5.
Tomahawks might be needing that clock here.
2nd and 5 Tomahawks. Sahil back to pass. Out on the flat to Egan. Egan cuts inside. Able to get midfield.
Egan on the carry for another Merrimack. First down.
Brought down by Jake McCulloch. Apologize for that. Tomahawks on the Jaguars side of the field. Ball spotted at the 48-yard line. Clock winding down, just outside of 8 minutes. Sahil on the flat, nice pass and reception. Zach Rayte finally gets his number called on offense.
Yeah, number 87, big Gronk energy on that reception.
Yes. He looked like he was early on going to be a favorite receiver.
41 and to be second and about 3.
Gain of 7 on that play. Pass out to the flat to Egan again. Looking for some room. Runs into the back of his teammate, Rayte, and brought down by Lambert.
Egan taken down by Lambert. shy of a first down.
Tomahawks just outside the 39 of the Jags. Be 3rd and a long 2. 7:20. Clock keeps ticking. Tomahawks need to move the ball. There needs to be some urgency here. Let's go, boys. Zahil had some daylight open wide, but decided to cut back in. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker.
Oh man, this is
This
gonna
is
be
close.
huge, Andy.
Stopped by Lambert.
Are they going to give him the first or not? And they do give him the first down, and
Wow.
That would-
move the
would be
sticks
another
as quick as
Merrimack.
they can, the chains as quick as they can. But that clock not working in the Tomahawks' favor, down 2 scores. So he'll back to pass, almost lost the ball, able to get it back. Oh, and just throws it up there and out of bounds,
Intended for
way
Doyle
over
ball.
Doyle's head.
Yeah, just a little out of reach there.
Not a bad play. So he'll
That'd
look
be
like he
flag
fumbled the
play.
ball, and we've got a marker down on the field. So this could be something late. Hopefully it goes against the Jags, but could also be a holding call. And yes, we're going to have a holding call assessed against the Tomahawks.
Holding against Merrimack, going to back it up. Repeat first down.
That'll back it up 10 yards. The first, oh no. That'll back it up 15.
Be first and 20, Merrimack.
I'm sorry, it was 10. First and 20. Sahil passes it looking for, oh, we're going to have a flag for a late hit on Dine. Looks like Lambert. That ball had already gone through
Dine, on the
Dine,
catch.
and
Flag
Dine
on the
was
play.
still kind of a defenseless receiver. Here's the pass. Oh, no, that wasn't Lambert. I'm sorry. Looked like it was Romeo Aiken.
That would be personal foul.
Personal
Against
foul
Windham.
against Aiken. And that's going to move the sticks up 15. So it'll be 1st and 5 for the Tomahawks.
Brings the ball up to
What a
the
roller
32.
coaster this drive has been, Andy.
Tomahawks need to get something going here, and they need to get something going here quick. Oh, nice pickup by Rete in the backfield. Oh, and Ozog not able to, haul that
Ozog.
pass in. I think that pass was just a little bit behind Josh, and his body was moving one way, and his hands and that ball were moving the other. But I have to tell you, Zach Rete out of the backfield picked up that late
Yes.
blitzer. That
Yep.
was a great play by that young man. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, able to extend that play just long enough to try to get out to Ozog.
Pass out to Dine. Dine able to weave his way through.
No way.
Oh, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tomahawks. Oh, my. How did Dine able to continue to move forward and not get wrapped up? Oh, that's the second time that young man's done that tonight.
Touchdown, Merrimack.
Caden Dine able to just muscle his
Touchdown,
way
Dine.
through. Here we go with the catch.
First he shots,
One,
then
two.
he jives.
3. Oh, man. Wow. 6 minutes left.
Unbelievable play by
Now
Dine
he's
there.
on to kick off. He needs this extra point. Egan on the hold to hold. Down, up, and yes, it is good. Tomahawks
Dine on the conversion.
carve out another 7 points. Make this a 1-score game. 28-21 with just over 6 minutes left. Oh, man, I kind of wish Rob was here with me on this game. Him and I would be losing our minds right now.
all the way jazzed up.
Holy smokes.
I got Gail Sweeney on the line. She says, Gail and Bob Sweeney watching from Fort Myers. Go Luke, go Jags. Thank you so much, Gail.
Thank you, Gail. Wow, this game could pan out to be exactly what we thought it was going to be, Justin. Just a back and forth.
You ready, boys?
Tomahawks finally able to put together a consistent drive that they haven't seen since early in the first half.
Go, Romeo.
Now it's a question if they can pin the Jags deep and have their defense come up big. This could be an interesting game. Let's see what happens.
And the defense looking like they might have been running out of gas there.
Possibly
during that
dying.
last drive.
Not a deep kickoff. Ball fielded about the 25-yard line. Oh, it's a deal with a big hit, and then we get a flag. What is the flag for? I'm not sure.
And it might have been too hard of a donk, I would say.
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
My goodness. Oh, my goodness. I didn't see anything flagrant.
I want to play this
Flag on the
replay, but
play.
I also don't want to miss the call here.
The officials getting together on the call. Return of about 15. We got a personal foul. Oh, he called him for a head-to-head contact.
And
Called him for a hit to the head. I'm not sure. Dine's kickoff.
Crowd's not thrilled with that one.
Oh,
there it
yeah,
is.
he went high. He went
there it
high.
is.
That was Cameron Williams on the return, and Sadia went a little high on his hit. Jags will start from there, and we don't get an offside penalty. A false start penalty. Excuse me.
And you see the ref back there.
We got a
holding that
late
yellow
flag.
I'm not sure.
Now, yeah, this has got to go against the Jags, and it does.
And the classic, you can't do that. Cheers from the crowd.
False start out of the backfield. That was not a motion. He turned forward.
First and 15.
So it'll be first and 15. Inside handoff. That was Hayden Tedesco, ball carrier, able to get back to midfield, get back those 5 yards. It'll be second and 10.
Carry.
Tomahawks need to come up big here. Again,
5-yard
both
gain.
teams have all their timeouts. Clock is definitely in the Jags' favor. Inside handoff again.
Man, and just really grinding it out here.
Excuse me. Tedesco able to just muscle his way through, pick up an 8 on that play, bring up or 7 on that play, bring up 3rd and 3. I don't know how he was able to squib through, but he did.
3rd and 3 for Windham.
Just outside 5 minutes left in the 4th. Tomahawks down by 7. Jaguars not in a rush at all, willing to just milk the clock for all they can get out of it. Going back, nope, inside. Ball carrier.
All right. It's going to be 4th and short here, Andy. What are you,
Only
what are you
pickup of
doing?
a yard for Tedesco.
Probably going for it if you're the Jaguars, Andy.
Absolutely.
All right.
They've got nothing to lose at this point.
4th and 2 for Windham.
And a fresh set of downs to gain. Clock is still ticking away, 4.5.
Yeah, and the way the Tomahawks move that ball down the field, they just take the chance.
They're going to
here.
go, yep. And there he goes. There's the pitch outside. Oh, come on. No. No. And McCulloch able to just move his way outside.
On the carry.
Pickup of about 14 or 15. My goodness.
That little pitch there with all the difference.
Pushed out of bounds by
And
4.
finds the hole,
Oh.
and
First and 10 Windham from 25.
Windham on the Tomahawks 25-yard line. Inside handoff. Tedesco still moving. Come on.
how does he sneak through that?
Able to pick up 10 on the play.
Tedesco on the carry, stopped by Doyle. Another first down for Windham.
Oh, come on, guys.
Unbelievable.
And here we go. This is, Windham's game is just grinding and grinding inside and somehow able to just get some yards after contact. Here we go again. Tedesco up the middle, and then he barrels his way through again for another 12.
Tedesco is an absolute machine right now, and the Merrimack defense just doesn't have an answer.
Oh my goodness!
Windham is backing up.
And then we've got
Got a flag on
we got
the
a flag
field.
on the play.
And I'm wondering if the Merrimack Tomahawks defense is just absolutely gassed at this point.
Holding against the Jaguars. That'll negate that play and put the Jaguars back 5 yards. But again, the clock is not in the Tomahawks' favor.
Take your time. You got 40 seconds.
And Windham just outside the Tomahawks red zone, and they're just content to let this clock milk the clock for all they can get out of it. Inside handoff, Tedesco. Looks like he picked up about 6 on that play.
Stopped by Stevens, picked up a couple of yards.
And I don't see any big surprises here coming from the Windham Jaguars. Merrimack Tomahawks just need to stand up, but finding it very difficult here late in the game.
Jaguars just really using the clock to their advantage. Katrobis waiting. Snap. Katrobis, keeper. Tackled by Dine in the backfield. Tomahawks need to stop the clock.
Dine almost looking like he was trying to strip it there.
Absolutely.
Stopped by Dine.
That pushed the Jags back. And we have a timeout, Tomahawks. It's like Coach Jackson heard me up here.
I think he did.
And that's going to be 3rd and about 12 for the Jaguars. Tomahawks need to dig deep. Deep on the inside, come up with a big stop.
Backs the ball up a little bit. 3rd and 12 for Windham.
If the Tomahawks can make a stop here, Windham's got no choice but to go for it, so they have to come up big twice. You figure they may get the ball back with $1.30, $1.50, 90 seconds left to march downfield. They can do something. This could be this is probably the biggest defensive stop of the game right here. Well, that is if they stop them and then have to do the fourth down thing.
This next series, I would say, yes.
Kutrovas out of the gun. Keeper, and he gets, oh no, he gets the ball out, the ball comes out. Stop him! No, don't let him get outside. And Doyle able to get some contact out there.
Almost losing it there.
Gurley able to make a positive gain out of this. And it looks like it's going to be 4th and, oh no, actually 4th and about 6, 7. And the Jags are looking like they're going to try a field goal. No, yes. They are. Looks like Clemente going to try a field goal. This is going to be about a 35-yarder, 45-yarder, and the fly is blocked! And the Tomahawks blocked the field goal attempt. And with 2:23 left on the clock, Tomahawks take over. Oh boy, Justin.
Oh boy, Andy.
Holy cow.
We got ourselves a game here, don't we?
Oh my goodness. Let's see what
Ball back over
happened
to
here.
Merrimack.
No, and the
Was that Ozog coming off the side there?
Murphy not able to, didn't look like he
About
was
the
able to
18-yard
field
line,
that.
1st and 10 Merrimack.
I'm going to slow it down just a little bit here, Andy, and we'll have a look one more time.
Looked like the snap got Snap came in a little bit low. Yeah, it looked like he dropped it, and then Ozog able to get his mitts on it. Sahil on the flat, out to Ozog, met immediately.
Yep, and he can't
By
quite
Lambert.
make the sideline there, so the clock keeps
Ozog
running
about
unless
down to
Tomahawks are taking a timeout, but I don't think they'll be doing that quite yet.
Looked like about 3-yard gain on that play. 2nd and 7, clock running just outside 2 minutes. Tomahawks need to play with a 2-minute offense. No huddle. Sahil back to pass. Drifting outside. Get rid of the ball. Up the middle. Oh, just out of the reach of Ozog.
And they almost snuck up on him on that one.
Yes, they did. Boy, I'll tell you what. Glad he got the ball out, but it's 3rd and 7. Clock stops. It looks like Sahil's coming off and Egan's going in. Looks like Shea's going to get the call on this, finish this drive out. We got Dine, Doyle, Ozog, Rete, full spread, DP Trantonio in the backfield. Egan looking to keep it, looking to get some help
blockers.
outside. And I think Egan was able to get across the first down marker, not out of bounds. Ball clock will still keep running.
Another Merrimack.
Egan picks up the first down.
Down.
Clock's going to start running again. Buck 41. And Sahil's back in, a quarterback. Let's go, boys. Buck 35. You don't have time.
Careful, Ryan.
70 seconds left. Pass outside to Ozog. And
Oh.
Ozog gets tripped up. Nice job by Lambert.
Ozog got the carry, stopped by
And Andy, we got Ms.
Lambert.
Paisano says, missing the game this week, but happy senior night all, and go Merrimack. See if we can get a little Ms. Paisano magic here dialed in for the Tomahawks.
70 seconds left. Ujauer on the flat, passes out. Pass to Ozog. Able to cross midfield. Big gain, first down, Tomahawks. Stops the clock with 69 seconds left. Oh, and nice job by Sahil. He threw that
Yeah, just
off his back foot.
Right between the defenders there. And Ozog, he's tall.
He's
So-
got some length. Oh, yes, he does. 63 seconds left on the clock. Tomahawks still with 2 timeouts. Windham with all 3. Sahil out to Dine. Dine able to keep away. Oh, keep his feet going.
Great tackle, Rob.
Dying taken down by Durkin.
And Dine's been pretty elusive on some of these plays tonight. That
36,
one,
yeah, very elusive.
Again.
36-yard line, gain of 8. 7 on that play. 44 seconds, out to Dine again. Get out of bounds. Not able, loses yards. Tomahawks are going to have to take a timeout. And they do.
Dying taken down by Williams. Timeout. Merrimack.
Oh, Dine lost 5 yards on that play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 or 8.
and there's the Merrimack cheerleaders honoring a couple of the seniors tonight during senior night events. I hear from the band. RJ Beck, Brendan McWalter over there. Heading up to band.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Tomahawks. 35 ticks on the clock left in the 4th quarter. Whoa, boy.
Ooh, Andy.
Tomahawks down to 1 timeout left. And the sideline's got to be their friend, but no, it's going to be a 3rd and 6. Rete in the backfield. Add a little blocking depth. We got Egan, Dine, Ozog, and Doyle. Sahil looks through the middle. Ozog gets down to the 26-yard line.
And
Tomahawks have to burn this last time out.
Ozog stopped by Lambert.
Unless they can get the
Merrimack.
ball reset, get up on the line.
Down.
Clock keeps ticking, 26-25. Sahil looking outside. Dine,
Does he get out?
and he does. Looks like
Wow.
Dine got out.
Wow.
Picked up a 4. 3 or 4 on the play. Looks like the ball spotted right around the 25-yard line.
Nine moved it up about 3 yards.
They say 3, so it's going to be 2nd and 7. 19 seconds left on the clock. Let's go. It's got to be a quick pass somewhere.
I'm on the edge of my seat here, Andy.
2nd and 7. Sahil drops back. Good time. Going for the money. And he does! Ozog looking like he's trying to muscle into the end zone. Not able to do so.
Man.
Tomahawk's got to stop the clock. And they do. Ozog brought down right on a 3-yard line.
He was
By Jake
churning for
McCulloch.
that one,
We get
too.
another Merrimack
Or
first
Mitchell,
down.
I'm sorry again. I know I'm butchering this young man's last name, and I do apologize. But Ozog able to find a seam and just sit down inside.
First and goal,
Look at
Merrimack,
that.
10 seconds left.
Brought down right around the 2-3 yard line with 10 seconds left. 1st and goal, Tomahawks. Oh my. Oh my.
Unbelievable. And they've got
Oh,
maybe 2
my
plays
heart,
here, Andy.
My heart is pounding out of my chest right now, Justin. Holy smokes.
Well, pop a bear, just in case.
Whew,
And
man.
if you hear someone tumbling, that's just me out of my seat. As we got ourselves a game all of a sudden,
This
Andy.
is a game. Oh, yes, it is. Tomahawks out of timeouts. 10 seconds left on the clock. And I'm thinking it's going to be a keeper.
I was
and
just
they're
going
gonna
to say
go
that, Andy.
outside and try to find a hole. They're loading up the right side. Ozog's out there. I'm thinking they're going to have to go that way.
You're reading my mind, Andy.
Oh, and we got it!
No way.
Touchdown!
Unbelievable. Josh Ozog.
Oh, wow! Ozog on the flat. With pressure coming and Sahil able to sidearm and swing that ball.
Merrimack by Ozark.
What a play, Tomahawks. Oh my goodness.
Let's see this one more time. You see Josh cutting all the way out
Oh,
just the front of that
and
end zone.
I'm telling you, there was my guy again, Francis, bringing the pressure. Ozog, oh. And dying on for the extra point. No, 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 no. No, they're going for 2. They're going for the win. Oh, we have a flag, we have a stoppage in play, and we have a timeout by the Jaguars.
Timeout Windham.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Justin, they're going for 2.
I can't believe
Justin,
this
they're
right
going
now,
for 2.
Andy.
They're going for 2, dude. Oh man, I'm glad you're not panning the camera to me right now,
Yeah.
because
We're keeping it cool. We're keeping it cool.
I'm trying to keep it together here, folks. I really am.
Wow.
Oh,
I can't believe they just went out there to go for 2.
I am.
They're looking for the win right now, and that's
Words.
some very Lions-esque offense right there.
Words cannot describe what's going on the inside of me right now.
Indigestion.
Yeah, something like that. My goodness, folks, if you are just tuning into this game, I have to tell you, the first half and the second half were 2 totally different football games. The Jaguars seemed like they had a lot of momentum, had a great lead going into the half, were recipients, they won the toss and deferred, and 3 turnovers, costly turnovers, and the Tomahawks able to come back, and now they're going for 2 with Sadia in the backfield. Oh, Justin, 6 seconds left. Sahil, no! Oh, and he's dropped in the backfield! Lambert comes up huge. Oh, man.
And that is...
I've been calling his number all night. Lambert is the hero for the Jaguars and the villain for the Tomahawks. Gutsy move by Kip Jackson, coach. Once again, trying to go for 2. But the Jaguars with great penetration and just gobbled up Sahil before he could do anything.
Oh man, Andy, I don't even know what to say right now.
Be ready.
Oh
And
my
Sahil
goodness.
just absolutely buried.
Got blowed up. The Jaguars just blew through the O-line and had great penetration. I don't think any play, unless Sahil was going somewhere outside quick, had a chance.
No.
So Dine, with 6 seconds left on the clock, I don't know if the Tomahawks are going to try to do something a little fancy schmancy, but there's not a lot of time left for them to be able to do anything. And they do attempt the onside kick, and the Jags are able to recover.
And it sounds like we got some rowdy fans down there
Brandon
at Student
Jacobs.
Memorial Field.
Yes, we do. Well, Coach Jackson will have to answer a lot of hard questions on that last offensive call to go for 2. I get it. Jags in victory formation. No need to do anything crazy.
And with that,
Yeah, and I
Windham
think
takes the
Coach
win
Kip
over
Jackson
Merrimack,
is just
28 to
thinking,
7.
you know,
Thank you all
he had
for coming
seen
this evening.
the defense at the last
Drive
half
safe,
of
have a
that
great
fourth
night.
quarter just kind of floundering and trying to keep up with that absolute, like, crazy ground and pound situation from the Jaguars and not willing to take the risk on a coin flip, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I'd live to fight another day personally if it were me. But gutsy call nonetheless. Tomahawks come up just a little short, able to manufacture a drive at the end of the game with seconds waning on the clock, able to get within 1 point and attempt the 2-point conversion and fall short against the Windham Jaguars. Phenomenal game. Appreciate all you folks tuning in tonight for this broadcast on Merrimack TV. A big shout out to Nick and Grace at the field for their coverage. Justin, always a great time hanging out in the studio with you. And again, I'm bummed that Rob couldn't hang out with us for this one, but I'm sure he'll catch the highlights and we'll have a lot to talk about next week.
Yes.
As the Tomahawks are home against Nashua South. And that'll be a game. The Purple Panthers are just a behemoth this year. And so we'll see what the Tomahawks put together against another opponent that will bring in a lot of offensive power.
Yeah, absolutely, Andy. And so thank you so much for being here tonight, Andy. Thank you to Nicholas LaValle down at the field doing some coverage for us on the camera. Thank you to Grace LeMay for grabbing some of that footage that we showed at halftime. And we hope you'll tune in next Tuesday for the girls volleyball game. We also have a soccer game, girls soccer, on Thursday. And of course, as Andy said, Nashua South coming into town on Friday. And we will welcome Rob DeFelice back in town as well. I want to thank you so much for watching Merrimack TV, your community, your voice.